Okay, so today I'm going to be making a video while I sort and fold my laundry. And today's video is going to be about why I don't think One Piece is just an action anime. Like, is it mainly action and fighting and all that fun stuff? Yeah, of course. But there's so much more than just action, and I think a lot of the critique and the hate on One Piece comes from people judging it as an action anime. So this is my opinion personally, because I kind of came at One Piece with a completely different approach than most people. One Piece was the first and only anime that I watched for 2 years straight until I was completely caught up. It was the only and first anime I had ever watched for 2 whole years. One Piece got me into anime. I didn't know how long One Piece was when I started One Piece. I just started watching it because my roommate was watching the live action, and I was like, just watch the actual anime. Why would you watch the live action? Because most live actions suck. Live action One Piece, I've heard it's actually good. I haven't watched it yet. So I saw my roommate watching it and I was like, just watch the real thing. But I've heard it's actually good, so I definitely want to give that a chance someday. Besides the point. So, One Piece being the first and only anime I'd ever watched for like 2 whole years, obviously I started it and I liked it. And I eventually, after like finishing, I think Baratie, I was kind of just watching like for funsies, like at the end of the day, like whenever I had free time, like sometimes over the weekend I'd binge a little bit, and it just became like a comfort show. The animation style, like the way Luffy sounded, his spirit, the way he clicked with other people, the way that like just like the morals and like way that he acted and Zoro acted and Sanji and Nami and their dynamics. And like I remember when the first like real fight I saw happen was with Buggy, and I saw they met Buggy and we discovered his devil fruit, and I was like, how are they gonna beat him? Like, there's no way. How the fuck are they gonna beat him? Like, there's no way they're gonna beat him. And then they came up with some clever way to beat him by tying up all his body pieces in a net, and I was like, what the fuck? And from that moment on, every villain Luffy has encountered, I literally have the same thought process. I'm like, there's no way. How is he gonna beat this person? Like, I know the show continues on, so obviously there's some way, somehow, but like, how? Like, there's no way. And I just kind of literally had that thought process over and over and over again. So like, the action and the fights, you're just like, how is he gonna beat this person? Like, there's no way. Like, what's it called? Main character plot armor, whatever you want to call it. But it's like, some of it is fights, but most of it is like world building, Luffy interacting with people, Luffy being friends, Luffy gathering a crew, their adventures, them sailing, like everything that happens to them. It doesn't just show the action, it shows the happy moments, the sad moments, the funny moments, like, and the funny moments are my favorite. And it's like, I think people judge it from an action standpoint, where there always has to be something absolutely horrible and devastating going on, and some crazy good fight and some crazy good villain for the show to be good. Like, I've heard people say it doesn't get good till Water 7, till Enies Lobby. Like, if you don't think it gets good till then, why are you watching the show? If you don't like it, don't watch it. Nobody's forcing you to watch it, okay? But like, what do you mean it doesn't get good till then? What are you even talking about? Like, those are just the most heart-crushing, devastating moments. But like, not all action anime has to just be like crazy good villains, crazy good fights, and the most emotional, bone-crushing moments in the whole entire world the whole time. Like, I always hear people's top arcs are like Marineford, don't get me started. Dressrosa, Enies Lobby, Water 7. And it's like, obviously those are good. Wano, of course, obviously those are good, but it doesn't have to be like gut-wrenchingly horrific things happening for me to be interested. In all honesty, I felt like super emotional at those parts, and like horrible sometimes because it was so sad. Like, I enjoy the moments of, like, the most enjoyable moments of the show for me are when the crew is all together on the ship, just happy, joking, annoying each other, being around each other. Those are my favorite moments, when they're goofing off. Like, G8 arc is literally my favorite arc. I'll make a whole separate video about G8. I fucking love that arc because they're just goofing the fuck around. Like, Condoriano, bruh, that shit's funny, okay? Like, Skypiea was awesome. Freaking yes. And then you have the good action moments, like when Zoro says nothing happened, and you're like, that's the motherfucking goat. When Robin says I want to live, that's the motherfucking goat. When Luffy punches Bellamy for the first time, my god, the action moments are fucking amazing. Okay, when Gear 5 Luffy comes out, I'm sitting there cheering at my screen, screaming at my screen. Of course I am. But it's all of One Piece. It's the action, it's the comedy, it's all of it that make it awesome. It's like a comedy comfort tied in with an emotional, tied in with a badass. It's all of it in one. It's not just an action anime. And you can't judge it and pit it against other action animes. Well, you can if you want to, but I don't, and I don't think that that's fair, because it's like just its own thing. Like, I've never ever watched anything else like it. I've never seen anything else like it before. I know I said that was my first and only anime I ever watched, but since then I have watched at least 10 other animes. I know that's not a lot, and I'm still watching new ones, and I love all these new animes I'm watching. There will never be anything else like One Piece. Like, it's just its own thing, okay? Like, it's just its own thing, and I love it. And I just don't think people should compare it to action, like specifically action, because it's not. It's like when your favorite show, like The Office, for example. I love The Office. It's comforting, it's funny, it's real. You just put it on in the background and it comforts you, and there's not always like something crazy happening. Like, sometimes there's super emotional parts, okay, but most of the time it's just chill and fun, and that's what makes the emotional parts more emotional, is because you went through all the like fun times and the sad times and all the times to get to the super emotional times. Like, it's the build up. Like, yes, am I saying that it's not slow paced as fuck? Of course it is, but that's what I like about it. And a lot of people probably hate that in a show, and I can understand why people don't like that, because it can even get annoying sometimes. But I'm like the kind of person who wants to see, like, when I'm watching a show, I want to know every little detail as to I want to see like everything in real time. I don't want to miss a single thing. Drag it out as long as you want, because I never want it to end. Like, I wish One Piece was longer, and I know it's still coming out, and even after it finishes, I'm still gonna wish that it's longer. Even if it's 1,000 more episodes, I'm still gonna want more and wish it was longer, because I don't want my favorite things to end. Why would I want it to end? You can keep sailing on forever and ever and ever. But yeah, I just don't think it should be grouped and put against other animes, and I don't think it has to be gut-wrenchingly like dramatic and in like a crazy spot for it to be good, because a lot of people just only think it's good when it's at those points, and I think it's good all the time. And I don't think you should put yourself through a show that you don't like most of the time just for, like, the most emotional parts. Unless you want to. But, like, who's it? Penguins Zero on YouTube? He was saying, like, that he forced himself to watch it and he didn't even like it until barely, like, Water 7, and he hated Luffy's character. And I was like, bruh, why would you watch a show? I couldn't pay myself. Somebody couldn't pay me to watch, well, depends on how much. But I could never force myself on my own free will to watch 300 episodes of a show I didn't like and hated the main character. Just to end up liking some of it. Like, I don't get it. And I don't think that if you don't like it, if it's not for you, just don't watch it. I was hooked from episode 1. And if you're not, then why are you watching it? Just find something else that you like. Because it's not made for everybody. But if you do like it, fuck yeah. It's awesome. I love it. And anyways, that's my rating for today.